Welcome back to the studio, I'm Laura. In this video, I wanted to show you some behind the scenes footage of these two paintings that I did for the Enderby Courtyard gallery. That was a really good experience to have my work shown there. It was my very first exhibition actually, and I have a couple more that I've been applying for, so hopefully it'll be the first of many this year. And while I'm painting here, I wanted to talk a little bit about how I stick to my deadlines that I create for myself. The first thing that you're going to need is a reason that matters to you of why the deadline is important. What I like to do is find things that have a set, very strict deadline on them, especially with the exhibitions that I've been applying for. They all have due dates that will not be lenient for me or anyone else. So by participating in events that have accountability with them, since they have these deadlines, then it helps me to get more things done. That's why I like applying for things that do have accountability attached to them, that do have these deadlines, since it adds that motivating factor. However, if whatever it is that you want to accomplish does not have a third party to be accountable to, I usually like to set two deadlines actually. I have one that is, I should have it done by that day, but if I can't, then I have an extra day or two to ensure that I get the project done on time. I find that by doing this, I tend to get more things done because I'm giving myself a chance to have a break if I need it, but if I don't need to rest, then I can push through and even finish ahead of schedule. Now I did just want to talk about this painting set a little bit. So this is actually a set because the paintings are meant to go side by side, with the second piece being of a girl looking over at this handsome gentleman in the distance. I'm really working on loosening up my paintings and really capturing that painterly aesthetic. I think I'm getting pretty close with my more recent work. I only hope to improve from here. I would really like to improve my portraiture, and especially I want to paint some more likenesses at some point. If you're interested in getting your portrait painted, check out my website and I would love to paint for you. Now you can see that I'm just painting the edges of this painting. Painting the sides can be a bit of a pain. It is a whole extra task to do, but it is certainly worth it. It really draws you in from the side. I just want to sit down and paint something without any prior planning. Currently, my paintings have so much planning put into them. I do multiple thumbnails from different angles to see how I want the painting to look. And I think I just want to paint something without any thought at all and kind of just see what happens. I do have a whole stash of small canvases, so I think in the next couple of months I do want to try that out, just painting things without any prior preparation and see how that makes me feel. On another note, I did just get into my second ever exhibition for the Vernon Community Arts Center, and I am participating in their Landscapes Real and Imagined show, which runs through the month of March. I have 3 paintings that I submitted for that, and one of them is a new one that has a couple little rabbits in it, and I have not posted it anywhere, so if you want to be one of the first to see it, please check out that show. And at this point, I'd made some changes to the second painting off camera, and here's the first one that was now finished up, and I just wanted to stop and do a little test to see how they looked together. I then decided that she didn't quite look like she was making the correct expression or looking in the right direction. And later on I make some edits to her facial expression and the anatomy of her head slightly as well. Something that was exciting about doing this particular painting was the opportunity to paint the profile view of the face, and especially the eye, because I feel I've been having trouble with painting eyes lately. It was a good opportunity to practice a different angle. I did have to redo it a couple times just to get the right look. Overall, I'm very happy with the result. I'm thinking at some point in the next year or two, I do want to invest in a higher quality H-frame easel. The one that I've been using for the past couple of years here, I actually got off of Facebook Marketplace for $100. I got it in September of 2022 for doing my chicken collection for the 2023 art walk, and that was what got me into painting originally. This easel has done very well for that purpose, but I think if I'm going to keep painting for, decades to come, I'm going to need to get a higher quality easel and one that can also hold bigger canvases. I also find that the knobs that adjust the heights on this easel can be a bit sticky at times, and it doesn't seem to be the most effective mechanism. I have actually had a few occasions where the bottom piece that holds up the canvas would undo and fall off with my paintings, and that's obviously not ideal, so I think getting a higher quality or just new H-frame easel would mitigate that issue. That's one of the benefits of doing a career such as painting that is so personalized, is that you can upgrade things to be exactly how you want them to be. For this video, I also wanted to touch on a few of the things that I've been applying for. So I have found quite a few things in Enderby that are interesting, but one that I really want to apply for is the Enderby street banner redesign competition. And that's basically where you send in your application of a design, and if they like it, then they'll have someone digitally edit it and make it suitable for the banners, and then you get your design or a version of your design put up on the street banners in the town of Enderby. The application is due on March 15th, and that only gives me about 2 weeks to come up with something and produce a good-looking version of my design. It's surprisingly difficult to design something for these street banners because it has to be simple, not too detailed, with bold and contrasting colors so that it is discernible from distances. The way that Enderby does it is they have you print out a template on just a sheet of paper where you can put your design and color it and whatnot, and that makes it a bit easier but also harder because then it kind of limits the materials I can use. I might use my alcohol markers or even see if I can do acrylic paint on a piece of cardstock, and that could work as well. Or perhaps I could get a piece of watercolor paper and make it the same size as the template. That could work as well if I wanted to do watercolors. This project is certainly a very good opportunity to practice my color and shape language since it has to be so distinctive. I did also apply for the Society of Canadian Artists online international juried exhibition, and I'll be getting an email back about my application by March 29th, I believe. So I'll have to let you know if I get accepted for that show as well. And then apparently I had commitment issues because this is the last of the progress footage of this painting before it got to this stage. I also felt like the anatomy of her head was a bit off, so I did end up trimming off a bit of the hair on the edge of her head to make that a bit more anatomically correct. And this is how I packaged them just for the trip to the gallery. I just put some paper and cardboard corners on and wrapped that all up with some cling wrap just to keep the edges from denting and from getting dirty or anything on the way there. On the back, I write any details about the painting and also include a certificate of authenticity. And with that, they're ready to go to the gallery. I'm thinking in March I actually want to post 2 videos since I have so much footage of other paintings that I would love to share with you. I will see you in a couple weeks ideally, and until then, happy painting.